And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another movie review, and today I am reviewing Mean Girls, released in 2004. And this is not one that I had on DVD. I do have a few movies on my movie review list that are that I don't have on DVD, and the only reason that the ones that I'm going to put on here that aren't on DVD are ones that I really want to watch. And I really wanted to watch this movie because a lot of people consider this movie a cult classic. Turned 20 years old this year. Probably going to be a 2025 video, so probably 21 almost. But, a cult classic. And I was really, really interested to find out why. Well, it's on Paramount Plus. I watched it, and oh boy, do I got a lot of thoughts on it. Let's just jump right into it, shall we? First off, this is a massively, massively stacked cast. You have Lindsay Lohan before she went crazy. You have Tina Fey in this movie, which was wild. You've got that other teacher, the principal guy, he's pretty famous, but I don't remember his name. And oh yeah, you got the fucking dad from the middle in this movie. Like, what the fuck? Like, what a stacked cast this movie has. And they all do pretty good, I will say. They all do pretty good at what they do. I don't like the depiction of high school. I don't recall high school being like that. I just recall high school being a socially awkward mess. Everybody hated each other. I guess that's kind of what this movie is. You know what? It's pretty accurate, actually. Also, nobody says lavatory. I don't even think in 2004 anybody said lavatory. You say bathroom, or restroom, or shitter. Who says fucking lavatory? There are also, this movie screams 2004. This movie absolutely screams 2004. There's a Sears reference, the mall scenes entirely, the multi-way calls, the car designs, the house designs, the music, the clothing. It just all screams 2004, early to mid 2000s, late 90s even. Just absolutely overloaded with all of this stuff. But really, it doesn't. It dates the movie, but it doesn't really date the movie. It's just like, oh, yeah, this happened, but it's not like, ugh, this feels old now because of all that thing that you see in it. I'm sure it'll get to that point over the next 10 to 15 years, but right now it's kind of in that sweet spot, let's say. There's also a ton of iconic lines and scenes in this movie. Like, get in, loser, we're going shopping, the whole fetch thing, which was weird. The Regina interviews with all the other people interviewing about how they feel about Regina. The talent show, the hallway walk scene, Mom, come pick me up, I'm scared. The whole scene at the end where all the girls vent about their problems to each other. The whole bus crash thing. I've never seen this movie, but having watched it and seeing how many times these scenes and more and lines have been referenced time and time again all over the place. Is it crazy. It's freaking crazy. I never really, this is something I never realized until now, how insane this movie is with all the, how much people reference this movie nowadays. And from what I've said so far, you might think that I'm going to call this movie a perfect classic. And in ways it is. But let's talk about some other parts about this. First off, the R word is used a lot. And not in a funny way. There's also a ton of really subtle racism and a lot more blatant homophobic stuff in this movie. Which again, 2004, so it wasn't a hugely accepted mainstream thing like it would become 10 to 15 years later. However, it's very, very noticeable and kind of kills the mood of a lot of these other scenes when they're just filled with subtle racism and blatant homophobia. And the R word. I mean, so, yeah. That's another way that it screams 2004, by the way. Not just the other stuff I said, but it screams 2004 in that way as well. So, you got to take that into account, but I do take that into account. I do also take the other things into account. And I have to say, this is still a really good movie. I would definitely recommend watching it. I think it's got great pacing, and, it's, even for somebody that's not a chick flick guy. I mean, this isn't really a chick flick either. I don't know what this movie is, but it's a movie. That's what it is. Still with that in mind, I still have to give this movie an 8 out of 10. It's a really good movie. I'm going to give it a 9. It's a 9. It's a 9 out of 10. It's far from perfect, as I said, but it's still really, really good, and still really, really, really good to watch nowadays. So, 100% recommend watching it if you haven't already. Still a really good movie. So, well, with that in mind, that's going to do it for this video, guys. So, in this review, if you've ever seen Mean Girls, I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. And that's going to do it for this video as well. So stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more movie reviews and other awesome stuff. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.